Hello world. Uh, Miss Ursula, Miss Kaja, Mr. Mark Rutte. There are countless months since I began to argue to you by hundreds of pictures, photographies, and words and arguments the treason inside EU and NATO. Uh, the treason, the poisoning, the political assassinations which took place in Nato, the treason of Orban, the communism of Orban. Um, but I didn't do it without any expectation, without any hope. I always hoped that after I convince you about traitors, about terrorists, about people who violate the core democratic values of EU, the fundamentals of EU, the fundamentals of the European democracy, which is a democratic union, which violate the core democratic, the fundamental principles of democracy, of the European democracy, the European political identity, who sell EU for Asia, betray for Asia, who kill, who poison, who violate the fundamental laws of the country, like the Constitution of Romania, like the right to live, the forbidding of the death penalty in killers, in criminals, not in innocent people, innocent mothers after 40 years, 4 decades of work, without who are killed and poisoned and forced to die by politicized, uh, unique traitor physicians who violate the oath of Hippocrates, the fundamental laws of the country, the rule of law, the fundamental core democratic values of EU, the rule of law, and the separation of powers. Democracy means institutionalism. It's not a uncivilized tribalism, direct, sacrifice of Jesuses in by ad hoc majorities in markets, in primitive tribalist markets. Democracy means constitutionalism, institutionalism, professionalism. You are judged only according to the law. This is the rule of law. The separation of powers only by judges, only in courts, only by the judiciary and the legislative, and never by traitor spies and Huns and gypsies and foreign bloods, enemies, killers. I argued everything to you in hundreds. I cannot show you everything, all the pictures right now, again, this morning, in few hours, in few minutes. I argued all this treason, all this sabotage, all this poisoning, all this communism and extremism, not in vain. I hope you understand. I wait you to judge them. I argue to you that NATO could not be oriented historically against Russia per se, against Russians per se, against the Russian blood and genes. NATO should be oriented against communism in general, against communism and extremism, not against Russians, against some race, against some blood, against some blood. So nothing happens. I waited for you to make some changes, legislative, to make some political decisions, to judge very harshly, very badly, to deter the communists inside, the terrorists, the treason and sabotage inside. Nothing happens. It seems that the military leaders look beyond, above the traitors, the communists, the assassins, the terrorists inside, the extremists, look towards Russia, and they play, simulate, they do not see the traitors, the killers. who violate the regime of the country, the regime, the fundamental laws, the constitution, the former waiters, the traitors, the terrorists. Nothing happens. You find no solution against the terrorism inside. To judge very harshly, to deter communism, and treason and extremists. For instance, in PSD, in Romania, in our party, and in all the parties from the European Union, in all the countries which are member parts of the European Union, you find no solution, military and the secret police, secret service and judiciary uh, solution in courts, in armies, in secret services, you find no solution. And I argued you very clearly that we cannot live anymore beside and with this communism, with this Stalinism, with this totalitarianism, with this violation of the separation of powers by supra-constitutional local barons, monarchs, communist monarchs. We cannot live in a repression forever beside with such kind of people who made 4 and 5 stories villas all over the OASH country on the basis that they were free to move and work inside EU, and the joining is based on the acceptance of the core democratic values. And they elected communists, pro-Russian communists and extremists, killing innocent people. You cannot forgive, forget, ignore such extreme murders and tragedies without judgment.